Good morning, everybody. Damn, that was loud. Sorry about that. That was loud intro. If you had headphones in, I apologize for that. Good morning. Hey, haven't done a live stream in a while. Thought it'd be fun to jump on here, see what you guys are up to, talk about these babies right here, the RCF 515s, answer some questions about the gig log that I put out, and talk about a couple of the other things that I mentioned in the gig log and some other stuff like that. Plus, I have some a little exciting teaser of a video coming up. So I want to say hi to you guys that are here. So make sure you say hi in the chat. I'll throw you up on the screen right now. Steak Farm Jake's here. Thank you. If you guys need any insurance, hit him up. Let's see. Nathan's here. I was in the house. Peter, my boy from wait, let me just check. Where are you at? You just told me the Czech Republic. It is 5:50 right now. He's here this morning. David is here. What's up, David? Thanks for being here this morning. D Murph is up. What's up? What's up? Anybody else? Throw it in the chat. Let me say hi. Also, in the chat, I put a little link there where you can do some Q&A. And then about a little bit halfway through here, I'll hit some of those questions, try to get those fired up. What do you say here? No insurance, but deals on thrones. Oh, T-bones. They said thrones. Y'all need a toilet? Hit up this guy. Hit up Jake. We got DJ Long in the house. What's up? My boy Nathan is here. What? There he is. Nathan, 30 seconds away from getting the X5. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that because what's interesting about that one, let me say hi to Joe. Joe, what's up? Thanks, Joe, for being here. Ron is here from Boston. Let me throw this up here real quick here from Nathan about to buy that X5. Look, I'll briefly talk about this. These like digital little receivers that are supposed to send signal. I don't know. I've had no luck with them. The Sennheisers were garbage. I remember on my first gig, I bought those. I had it attached to an S1 Pro and I was using it as a mic. I'm like, this is amazing. My S1 Pro, and I'll just take an SM58 and I got a wireless mic. And I remember turning it on during the ceremony and it was just like, and I would do, I was like, oh, damn it. What is it doing that? No. So got rid of, stop using that. I mean, the only time it worked is if I was literally like seconds or, 2 feet away. So I got these X5s. People were talking about them. You can change the channels. Oh, it's intriguing to have this, dongle that can, turn anything wireless if you want to. But like I said, at the gig, maybe I was about 50, 60 feet away and just started cutting out. I was done with those. Now, they did offer me to send me a pair too. They hit me up on Instagram. And I think that's why everybody's talking about them because they're just getting them for free. But I was like, no, I already have these. So I test them out and they're no good. It's if you're like really short range, don't use these at a ceremony. Do not use these like 2.4 gigahertz wireless things at ceremonies. I'm telling you, it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk to use these things. I know it's like easy and I'm all about that. I'm all about something easy and simple to set up, but not at the risk of having a mic or music or speech cut out. So totally done. Yeah. Somebody also mentioned this to me, these ska products. And I don't know if that was you, Joe, that commented on the gig log. I actually was looking them up to see what these were, and they looked really interesting. It's like 2 separate hardware pieces that, I'm guessing you got, I guess I'd have to put one on the Everse and one, but I'm, like right now, everything with the Sennheiser lapel system, or you can get like an IEM system. It's just, it's bulletproof. It just works. I've never had an issue. And then what's nice about this new dual Sennheiser system that I bought, and it's expensive. And I got the idea from Jason Janai when he was doing his Everse 8 video. That's where I got the idea. I got those right angle. I got the right angle lenses or XLRs, and then that dual system. Like, what, a lapel and a wireless in one, and I could just pop it on top of the Everse, and I got the tray. Oh, this is great. And I clicked on the link, and it was $2,000. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Oh my God. All right. Well, hope the wife isn't watching this one. And I picked it up. But one of the main reasons I got that is I love that idea. One wireless receiver right on top of the Everse 8 lapel, handheld, good to go. And then I did solve my battery problem. I mentioned in the gig log that my batteries were, draining really fast. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And it was, well, I don't read instructions when I buy shit. I just figured like, I know how to do this. And so I got one of those little chargers for the batteries that came on Amazon, and it got here and I was like, oh, great. So plugged it in and I looked at it was blinking orange. I'm like, okay, needs a charge. And then it started blinking green. I went into the garage and looked like it's green, it's done, pulled it out. And so then when I looked at the instructions, they're like, yeah, blink green is 60%. And then solid green is 100%. Like, you fucking idiots. So I'm done with those. Wait a second. You from Pittsburgh? I love that. Yeah, I'm trying to get back there, especially if the Pens make the playoffs. I'm not sure. Up and down season, we got the big three, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it back or not. Jan also spent $37K on his team. I know. Look, I get comments all the time from people like, what you spend so much money on DJ gear, and that's true. I do. But I will make this clear. All right, it's always cash. I never put it on a credit card. Whatever I buy, it's cash, and that way I have it. And I do have a good flow. My DJ business is my full time. I have another company, and pay the bills with the DJ, and then buy all the shit. It's fun. Look, this is part of the reason why I like being a DJ. And I think that we all agree. That's why these gear videos always like do well when new stuff comes out, when the controllers come out, we all want to hear about and see it because we love it. This is the funnest part about being a DJ is all the new stuff that comes out. And I will not stop. You cannot stop me. I will keep buying stuff all the time. Jonathan says, what's up, Bear? Hey, Jonathan. Been using the Lav wireless audio for great results. I also have a 1/8-inch cord for Lav pack. Yeah, that's what you need. And I have a video on that on my channel where it shows you how to hook that all up. And it's nice and simple. And it always works. God damn it. No. They can pay for their own damn college. I had to pay for my college. I ain't nothing. They get nothing. When I die, they can have all my speakers. Okay. Like I said, I got some Q&A going on in the chat. If you guys click on the chat, I have some Q&A, and it looks like there's like 2 questions in there, so I'll get to those once we kind of get moving along here. But I do want to talk also about this adapter problem. So with the TT515, you have to buy these pole adapters, okay? And I will show you where they're from, if you can read it or not. I'll turn it around this way. Let's see. Let's see if you can see where they're from. Oh, there it is. All right. So they're outsourcing these, okay? And it got here, and when I screw it into the 515, let me just show you. This is one of the ones I didn't fix. So you got to turn it upside down, and then you screw it in. And then it stops right there. Look where the pole tightener is. Here's the front. Here's this. What the hell? I don't want that. I don't like this. What's up with this? So, I reached out to my manufacturer, or who I bought these from, and they were super cool. They're like, all right. They sent me another one. And it got here, and that's the one that they sent me, the replacement. And then when I screwed it onto it, it did that. And I was like, what is the deal with this? So what happens is it looks like there's like these little this felt top and this screw on here, right? They must not have figured out, or there's some sort of difference in the bottom of the speaker and the way that this thread is, that it doesn't end up going flush. So I ended up peeling that felt off. And then this is great. These are for my doors in my house, so that when the kids slam the doors, which drives me crazy, these felt things will stop it from rattling the whole house. So I got a bunch of these, and I 3M'd them to the pole mount. And now when I screw it in, it goes to the back, all nice and flush. So I'm not a very too much of a DIY kind of guy, but I do find, and I don't know if you guys think this too, like when you buy stuff and you grab it. So here's a good example. I bought a rock and roll bag that slides to in the back of it so that you could put like your tripod and mic stand and stuff in there. And I accidentally bought the wrong size. So it came to my house and was dragging on the floor. I was like, all right, I'll figure this out. So I started tucking it, like folding it within itself. And I used like paper, those binder clip things. And then but then it was too wide. So then when I put the tripod in there, it was like hanging out. So then I grabbed more of those and I just Mickey Mouse the hell out of this thing. I was like, oh, fuck it. So I just sent it back and bought the one that fits. But that ended up fixing it. But now I have to mark it. So this one won't fit on my other one. Like if I screw this on into the second 515, it goes all wonky. But the other pole adapter I have fits that one fine. So now I got two of them and they, I'm supposed to get somebody from RCF is supposed to reach out to me and try to get this situation solved. But I just feel like this is that's a design flaw. That's what I think it is. I think that's what happens when you outsource sometimes and, just have those things come in. And it just confuses me. Like, is nobody's at the factory just like checking these things and putting them in a box? Or they just all like firing out, throw them in a box and sell them to America? They're dumb. And I am dumb. So, that is the current hack that I'm using right now. All right. What'd you say here? You saw Jason using double sub 808s. Yeah. I mean, obviously, anytime you double up your subs, I haven't done a test like that because I'm in, I've been testing them in the garage, and then I just had the 2 sets with me at the wedding. But when I doubled up my sub 2s with one Bose 32, holy shit! Woo! That sounded good. That sounded very good. So if you are doing the Pro 32 or doing the Bose, my advice is double up the subs. If you have 2 towers, you're going to need 4 subs, and you'll have so much headroom and a lot of thump. I think it'll make you happy. But I actually took that out to a gig with just 1 tower and the 2 subs, and it was great. But one of the things I mentioned this in a in the gig log, like why I bought the RCFs. I'm doing over 60 weddings again this year, like I did last year, and anything mobile, like the thing with the Bose 32 that annoyed me, and I almost wanted to trade them in and get like the 16s, is just the different pieces and the components and just, having all these different setups. So this setup with the 808 being that size and being able to produce this kind of sound. And I'm telling you, when I heard him at DJX, I was just like, holy shit, this is real life. I couldn't believe what they got in there. And then, getting them into the wedding venue. I know I wasn't overly gushing about them in the gig log, but I'm just trying to be, honest too, with stuff I buy, and I don't want to come off as disingenuous, but I did love the way they sound. I mean, they sound amazing, and yes, they are expensive, but all in all, they're about $1,000 or $2,000 more than the 2, Bose 32s combined. But setup took a little bit longer, but once I had them up and I was listening to the throw at dinner, was filling the whole room, just sounded great. So I'm super pumped with those right now. But yeah, they are pricey. They're super pricey. I'm gonna say hi to Mike. Mikey, what's up from the UK? Oh man, it's so fun. I love like the fact that there are people from all over the country that are all over the world that are tuning in. Okay. We'll talk more about the 515s and the 808s. Go ahead and throw some questions in the chat, and I'll get to those too. But I want to give you guys a little tease. If you saw my Instagram story, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you get a lot of insider stuff there. Stuff I put there first before it hits YouTube. So it's just my name at DJ Aaron Strawn. But I got a little package that got delivered, and I didn't get to play with it right away because, damn it, I had like a stomach flu that hit me hard on Wednesday. Like it was like I'm thinking about killing myself kind of a bug. We're just like, nah, it's not worth it to endure this. But I finally got to open them up, and I got myself right in the chat. Got a guess. Yes, we've got the both lighting uplights here. And this, I got a set of 4 sent to me courtesy of Rick Webb. And shout out to Rick. Thanks for sending me these. And he just kind of wanted me to try them out. And so I did this thing I told you. I turn them on. I don't read the instructions. Can I just turn these things on and will it work? And it comes with a remote that looks like this. And this is where, here, let me put it right here so you can see it. You guys see that right there? Yeah. And this is the remote, and it's, we're comparing it to the Ape Lab. I will do an Ape Lab Maxi compare video with these. And I even did last night. I kind of turned both of them on in the bedroom just to kind of see, brightness. They're pretty comparable with brightness. I thought with these having 4 as opposed to the Maxi having, the 3, and I believe they're all 15 watts, right? I know this is 15 watts each. So we got 45. I'm not really positive on the specs on the both. Are these 15 each? Do you guys know? I'm not really sure. So if that's true, then this is 60 watts, which should be brighter. And I did notice that with the 4, it was having like a wider throw. But obviously the big difference here is the fact that it's got a screen, and that's your ability to do DMX. You could set DMX, and also it has UV, which is kind of cool. So this one's UV. All right, Jonathan just hit me up in the chat and said that they're 12 watts each. Okay, so what is that? Is that so 12, 48? And then what is this one? 15. Oh, it's the same. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, same wattage throw from this and the Maxi. And if we're looking at the size comparison, damn it, I'm all caught up in my cable. We got they're pretty close in size here. And obviously the biggest difference that we all know is price. I mean, 4 of these is the price of 1 of these. Okay, so I mean, when I'm gonna do a side by side and check them out and take a look at them, it really is gonna be like, are these worth? Hey Brian, what's up, Brian? Yes, I got my shout out. Is it better just to go this route for the price or go the Maxis, which, when I take these out with me, again, they take a beating. They're reliable, dependable. The signal is RF. Wait, is this RF or IR? These guys help. What is the difference here? I can't remember which one. I think the both is IR. Yeah, both is IR, which means you got to point the remote at it. But the Ape Lab is RF, which means you can just like fire it anywhere. And I actually keep it in my DJ table, and then I can just control the lights from there. So I don't have a gig till the end of the month again. April is a little bit slow, and then I'm definitely gonna take these out. I won't do a review until I take them out on the show, but I'm really interested in kind of seeing like what those are, what you guys think about those. So yeah, you just said that the new both is IR, which I thought was a little bit of I wonder why they did that. I think RF is better because I know you can do master slave with them. But I mean, I definitely prefer the ability to just like hit the remote and it just kind of like it fires on all of them. Okay. Let's go back into chatting about the 515s. And so let me just check and see if you guys have any questions here. And I'll try to answer some of those. Sorry, my dad's calling me. All right. Someone's asking me about the JMix 8s. What am I going to do with those? Keep them. I'm never selling those. I love and I've got some questions about that too, like the EV50 and the JMix 8. What's the difference? I would definitely prefer. I never took an Eval 50 out on a show. Like that wasn't mine that I did the review on. I had a buddy let me borrow that so I could just like test it out and see it. The JMix 8 I think is better. And I'm not talking about like sound. I'm talking about like overall what it can do, its functionality, its versatility, the what at a wedding, from a mobile DJ perspective. There's just so much more you can do with the J8. The fact that the top spins, so you can move that around. It has the built-in mixer, and I know the EV50 has a new mixer built in. But yeah, I would go RCF all day, and I'm keeping them. I'm not selling those. I am trying to sell the Bose. In fact, I might bring them with me to Midwest DJ Live. So if anyone wants to buy them, I'll bring them with, and then you can, I can special delivery from Aaron. So I can get those to you. But yeah, 515s. So I got some bags coming today, and I know I said in the video that I'd canceled the sub bag order, but there was like a mix up with my order, and then they're just coming anyways. So I was like, all right, so I guess I'll try those out, but I think I still might go the two key cover route, just because I think after a while it's gonna get annoying having to slide those in and out of that zipper bag. I don't know. Do you guys do zipper bags? I don't think a sub in a zipper bag, unless it's like stationary and like doesn't fold up. I can just see myself and I'll film myself doing it, just fumbling over and over trying to get this sub back up. God damn it! Sick of this shit. And then just get a two key, because the nice thing about the two key is that it just slides right on top, pulls right back off, and then there's no hassle, no wrestle. I don't want to wrestle with these things. So those are coming today, but I will keep the top 515 bag. I think that's great. So the top 515 alone is, I'm thinking that can also be a good remote speaker, satellite speaker. Here's the only thing. When I set up my wireless, and I put this in that video where I was at the venue, not the gig log, I just cut it out. I try to keep my videos under 10 minutes because that's what Mr. Beast does. But when I was trying to use my wireless system with the, plug directly into the 515, and this might be where I'm out of my element in terms of like technical or whatever, but I was getting like no volume out of it. So maybe it's because the signal coming through the wireless receiver isn't strong enough to like go into the 515. And so I need some nerdy people in the chat right now to explain to me why that didn't work. It was so soft, even with the 515 turned all the way up. And here's what it looks like behind. So she said, you got to push this button right here. That is so that you can use the 808, this high pass. And then you've got a volume that goes all the way back there. And so then I have XLR from the 808 going into the signal input here. This is data link for RDNet, which I'll never use. And then the bottom is power con. So what I do is I go blue out of here into white into the 808, and then that powers the top from the sub, which is nice. So now I don't have as many cables popping out of there. But when I went from my wireless receiver into this, and maybe an IEM would be better, but I mean, even with the volume all the way turned up, it was super soft. But here's what's weird. When I did it with the X5 and line input, and maybe that's it because it's a line input, maybe the dBs are up, but it sounded fine. So who's got an answer for me? Somebody make this smart. Who's got an answer why why that's happening? Otherwise, I need to come up with a different solution how to turn this into a remote speaker, because it wasn't loud enough when I was using the Sennheiser. Okay. Jonathan's got an answer. Set the level to 0 dB instead of minus dB or mic level, worst case. You're talking about on the receiver. Set the level to 0 dB. I think on the and I was using the old one, so I wasn't using my new one yet. And I think that the receiver dBs was at 0. So I was wondering if I turned the dBs up on the receiver, would that get me a little bit more juice on the lav pack? Okay, so the lav pack is coming out of my mixer, sending the signal to the receiver on the speaker. So the lav pack dBs need to go up. Here's some more people. Come on, guys. Check whether line or mic input setting from the source. The source it's just the wireless, like a normal lapel receiver. So I don't know. Oh, isn't there a line out in the back of the receiver? Am I using a body? It's a body pack. I'm using a body pack, not an IEM. So that might be it too, right? But there's got to be a little hack here. Did I use XLR or 1/8 inch? So out of the, okay, so what I'm doing, let me explain. The Everse 8 has the receiver on top of it, and XLR into XLR on the 515. And then the body pack is over by my DJ table. That's 1/8 inch into XLR female, right? And then that goes, and I connect that to an XLR that goes into an aux channel in my mixer. Okay. So how does that check whether line or mic output setting from the source? Yeah. So because it's the lapel system, I don't know if I can switch it over to a line. Can you, if it's a lapel system, can you switch it over to a line? Is this great? I love it. It's not a lav issue. It's a 515 issue, but the lav should be set at make volume from transmitter to receiver. So it's it because of the nature of this kind of a speaker that it's different? Because I would be able to do this with the J8, but that has a built-in mixer into it. So that would make sense why that would happen. All right. I might mess a little bit more with it in my garage, see if I can get like good sound. But it's weird that the X5, when I plugged that in into, so I went out of my mixer, my touch mix, and then I just put the X5 and I hit it to line and I plugged it into this and then it sounded fine. It was nice and loud. So I think you guys are right. I think I got to figure out a way to get maybe a line out of the wireless receiver. But anyways, that would turn the 515 into a a great remote speaker, which would be nice. And then the sub. Let's talk about the sub. Sub's got those two 8-inch subs inside. And a lot of the concern that you guys had, that I had, and rightfully so. Are you really getting a good thump? I would say with the amount of thump from the 808 and having a little bit some low end coming out of the 515. I mean, it blew, and I mean this. It blew the J8 out of the water, especially in the tops. Like once I had this whole system on, and I switched over to the J8, I was like, oh, I mean, it turned it a little bit into a toy, especially from the tops, and that was the sound I was looking for. For me personally, I was really looking for a top that gave me a little bit more low end, a little bit more mids, that felt good on the top, that you didn't need a sub to compensate for what the top was, because that's what a column is, everything's split. And so it's better the farther back you are. But you know how it is on a dance floor. People are up close to you, and even the music, dinner music, is a little bit softer. So you want that to have a nice MIDI, low endy kind of feel too. And so that's where I think that this 515 really, really blew me away. During dinner, during speeches, God, it sounded good during speeches. And then, with the sub alone, I've turned the subs on alone, and they rattled my garage. They rattled the dance floor. Like I was on a wood floor at the venue, and they sounded good. And for, about 40 pounds and how small they are, they fit in my Nissan Rogue, which, by the way, I love this car. I don't want to get too much car talk, but I lease because you guys, I'm finicky. I've been married for 17 years. This will be 18 years, and that's a miracle. Not because of her, but because of how crazy I am. I love my wife. Amy is amazing. She, I would never trade her in. We joked around like, hey, wait our 10 years. Should we lease? You have the option to buy. And she keeps choosing me. That's basically how this goes. So shout out, baby. I love you. You might be watching this. But yeah, the Rogue, I leased it out. It fits. I put a video up on Instagram. Everything fits in there nice. And now it does this feature where I can have like Alexa start my car. Let's go. Let's go. I can even tell Alexa to set the temperature. Be like, Alexa, set the temperature to 75 degrees in my car. Hopefully she's not. Oh, that's muted here. And then I can hear it like start up and fire up. I'm like, damn, I love this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. She is my rock. She is my everything. I got 2 kids. I love them. My daughter's 12. My son is 5. Amy's birthday is actually coming up on April 9th. And so if you guys have some good suggestions for birthday presents for her, throw them in the chat. You think she wants a speaker? I think what she really is going to want is for me to promise to not buy any more fucking speakers. Oh, man. Yeah, so now I've got all the cabling locked in for this system. Those right angles, if you saw in the video, those right angle cables are really, really cool. Those are especially nice that I'm using those for the Everse 8, connecting the receiver to the Everse 8. And that's nice little flush thing. All right, let me answer a couple of your questions and then we'll bounce, okay? Because I think I ran out of things to say about it, unless you guys have some questions for me. That's really all I have right now. I have a lot more shows coming up, obviously, and the versatility is also what I'm looking for in these, and I'm hoping that they deliver in the sense of what my RCFs did. And the fact that I pushed them the hardest I've ever pushed my speakers at a wedding last Saturday, and I wasn't clipping. I saw little red every now and then, but songs that normally would really bleed red or blink red really hard in my other system didn't happen here. And that's another thing I was looking for. I wanted just a little bit more headroom so I could really push it if I needed to. But then again, like we talked about, if you make the music too loud in there, then they're going to, you start to see the dance floor being like more and more farther away. Like, where are you guys? Where are you guys going? Come on over here. Come on over here. And I think that has to do with like the harshness of them. And I think that these could be harsh if pushed too hard. And that's why I know some other videos, I think even Jason talked about having them all the way up, but I really like to go about 3/4 on these and all the way up on the sub. And that felt like a good mix there. All right, let me go to questions here. I can't put it up in this software, but D Murph asked package pricing or a la carte. All right. So this is a little off topic, but that's fine. If you guys are okay, we'll do a couple of questions and then we'll go ahead and head out. But the big thing I would say with I'm packages right now, and then I kind of experimented in January. I put a poll up on YouTube and asked you guys, do you post your pricing or not? And the majority of you guys said you don't. I think it was over 60% said no. And I was like, all right, well, let me experiment, see what that's like, pulling the pricing off my website. After about 2 weeks, I was annoyed as hell and put my prices back on because yes, I got more leads, but it was wasting my time. I'm not one to, I don't want to chase after a lead. I feel like if you want me, you'll want me. I want it to be a mutual thing. And so like people that follow up like 6, 7, 8 times, I mean, I get it. You probably eventually like you've got them in the corner like, okay, all right, right. You know what I mean? And that's not just my way of doing things. It's like email comes in, I follow up. Hey, thanks for hitting me up. Do you guys want to do a Zoom call, chat more? Because they've already seen my prices because they're on the website. And if they don't respond, I hit them up on text. Hey, it's Aaron. Just want to make sure you got the email. If I don't get a text back, then I usually let them go because that's sort of like the, I want you to want me. I want you to want me. Come on, cheap trick me right now, right? I want you to want me. That's what I want. Okay. I'm just as needy as you are. And if you're not excited about me being your DJ, then I'm not excited about being your DJ either. So I let them go. So I put my prices right back on. Go ahead and shop. Most of my leads come in. I think I said this before. Come in. Most of them are from, word of mouth. And so by that point, people already trust me and they already have, stalked me on Instagram, and they do. They mention it like, yeah, we saw your Instagram and you just felt like the right vibe for us. So that's a tip for you guys too. If you're not posting stuff on there, just do it. If anyway, just try to make it feel, real, like be yourself. On Instagram, I like to post stuff about my family and just some funny shit too. Nathan, what's up? What'd you say here? So you can't afford the Sennheiser mics right now. I was also looking at plugging in the DJI wireless mic into a speaker. Ever heard of someone doing that? DJI wireless mic into a speaker. DJI, I don't know what that is. Sorry. What is a DJ? So you can do the with a regular lapel. So a Sennheiser, the regular digital lapel or the G4, that would work for your remote speaker as well. You don't need to have that $2,000 system. But I would stay away from anything. Like I really looked at that Phoenix Pro and I was like, oh, but $150. Oh man, I don't know. I will maybe for, remote speaker, but never for ceremony. I will never hook up $150 wireless mic as ceremony. I'd rather do a wired mic If my wireless system goes down, if it breaks or whatever, I'm wiring it up. There's no way I'm using a $150 speaker. But that's what I would say, Nathan, is like the regular G4 lapel system. And I think those are like $400 or $500, maybe $600. That would work as well. And yeah, it's not cheap, but it is kind of a solution to create like a wireless, system. I think anytime you want to make your job a little bit easier, it does cost a little bit more. And that's kind of like a bummer as well. What are my thoughts on using wedding wire? Did you hear about Nick Spinelli? Yeah, I was on his show that day. If you guys haven't watched that, I was on his show the day that he was talking about that, and we did a whole little bit about wedding wire. So if you want to go back, I'll link you back to that. That was fun, by the way. Any of you guys watch that? That was a lot of fun and kind of like a big goal of mine to get on his show. I've had him on my show, so I have a live stream with him if you guys want to watch that. But getting on Nick's show was a lot of fun. We just laughed. I thought it was funny as fuck. We were just joking around, and it seemed like we were having a great time. So I'd definitely go back and do that. But wedding wire could go fuck themselves, basically. That's what I'll say. I don't need them. I've generally, I think I've proven through my business model, I'm not on wedding wire. I'm not on the knot. I don't need them. I don't need that shit, especially for how much they charge. The only thing I'll invest in is wedding shows, but I think I'm going to step out of those as well because I think I outpriced myself from wedding shows. I did a couple this year and didn't really garnish much. I booked like one or two, like one per show, and I've done 3 so far. And that wasn't typical when I would do wedding shows. I didn't do any wedding shows last year, and the year before, I would usually book like at least 5, 6 from a show, and I would book 1. I think I'm too expensive now. So, oh man, dude, don't even. The thing I was the most scared of is that we weren't even going to be able to do it. You hear how nice and crisp my audio is here? Nick, if you're watching, StreamYard, baby, and it's free. You see the little logo on the top there, powered by StreamYard? I'm doing this for free. I used to pay for this, but it's $30 a month to take that logo off. So fuck that. Unless you guys want to send me a super chat. If you super chat, pay for this, you got it. But yeah, the audio problems, that was bumming me out. I was so stressed out because I jumped on a little bit early and then it wasn't on. I was like, oh shit. Because and nothing worked. So I was talking to him through my phone, through his mixer. It was New Jersey. I know no one ever had the issues that I had on the show before. You've been using the Phoenix Pro for a while. Bulletproof. Even for ceremonies. Like, you're talking about the $150 Phoenix outside. Now, I know it looks like those come with half-wave antennas, which I would always suggest go half-waves. If you have any wireless system, use half-waves. Quarter waves will work, Half waves, again, guaranteed. You half wave that shit, you can walk to the moon. That's just surprising to me. I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't good products out there, but $150. I mean, that would be awesome. Am I using Bark? Nope. I don't use any of that shit. It's just people. People, my website, Instagram, Facebook, even those cattle calls. You ever see those cattle calls on Facebook? Like, looking for a DJ. Before they even finish their sentence, like 40 inquiries. I've stayed away from those too. This kind of seems like a waste of time. Unless somebody like puts your name, like if somebody else like says your company name, then I would DM them, the couple and just see I've booked 1 wedding from those cattle calls on Facebook. Just a 1. Mostly ceremonies in Puerto Rico. Okay. Well, hey, there you go. You got somebody that's standing by it. I see. The thing is, like, I don't even want to try it. I don't even want to test. I don't want to use this to to demo at somebody's wedding because you know what it's like. Even if you try stuff at your house, outside in the yard, everything's perfect. It works great. And you get to the venue and all these people. And I will say this: I was on the phone with Ben Stowe talking about phones, and I know this comes up a lot. People are always worried about their phones causing interference with wireless. And he said that that's not a problem. He said, phones don't, he goes, when I go to venues, like stadiums, and I provide wireless microphones, there's thousands of cell phones in that room. So I don't know. I'll pass that on to you guys. And I hope I'm not misquoting him, but I remember bringing that up. It was like when I was buying that, one of the Sennheiser systems, and I said, yeah, cell phones. He's like, those aren't a problem. Don't worry about those. I was like, oh, so Hope I'm not passing on bad information from Ben, but I remember him saying that, and then that made me feel like, oh, we're good. I don't have to worry about cell phones anymore. Okay, guys. Any more questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna bounce. This was fun. I like doing these live shows. They don't grow my channel at all, but they're fun to jump on here and just kind of hang out with you. I like to chat with you guys. I like seeing you guys here hanging out Friday. Anybody doing a show this weekend, or is everybody still on slow? Is it still slow off season right now? It is for me. Once we get to May, it's just craziness pretty much almost every weekend till November. And I still getting inquiries for 2023, which is crazy. I don't think I want to take anymore. I'm at 62, I think right now. And what I'm doing is if something comes in, I'll look at the weekend. I don't want to give myself any triples. I'm already doing 2 triples. If the weekend is pretty open, like I got one coming in for October and it was a Friday and I was like, yeah, I'll do that one. So it was a Friday, so I'll have a Friday, Saturday. I'm pretty open November and December right now, but isn't it crazy how I had somebody ask me for a wedding in July for this July. I was like, you're crazy. You guys aren't going to, that is absolutely nuts to me. Ron's got 3 shows. Peter, you got 3 hours at a bar gig. 9 to 3 a.m. Yo, what's up? Good to see you, Chad. School dance. Oh, Jesus. I haven't done a school dance, guys. I'm too scared of doing a school. Those kids will kill you. They'll chew you up and spit you out. Plus, you talk about having the quick mix. I mean, if you're not going every 30 seconds, because I watched footage from these shows, and I remember what it was like in high school. I'm trying to remember my prom. I don't remember. I mean, obviously we had a DJ. I wasn't in the 80s. I wish we had a band. That would have been badass. But they're just standing around and jumping is what a prom is. People don't dance at proms like they do at weddings. And so I don't have a lot of experience with that. And I just feel like they're going to chew me up and spit me out. I don't want them to hurt my feelings. 4-hour country night at a bar. So do you guys play all country music that whole time? This is Pittsburgh. Aren't you in Pittsburgh? Man, that would. Country weddings are fun too. But so with country songs, you really can't quick mix out of those. And you know what I mean? Like you got to play that whole Morgan Wallen song, that whole house party. They want to hear the whole thing, which is nice. I mean, it kills the time a little bit more, but it's harder to quick mix out of country because you can't really beat mix out of country songs. You know what I mean? Sweet. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for jumping on. Hit me up with any questions. Follow me on Instagram. Hit that like button if you had a good time hanging out with me today. I'm so close to 4,000 subscribers, which is just crazy to me. I'm almost about 100 away from that. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, share the videos. Helps keep me inspired to keep going. And honestly, it's not about hitting subscriber numbers for me. That's cool. But I don't just subscribe if you want to watch my videos. If I had 20,000 subscribers and my videos only got 100 views, I'd quit. What is the point? What's going on? So I don't really care about the numbers where it comes to that. I like it when you guys watch the videos. That's what means a lot to me. So thank you so much for supporting the channel, for hanging out. Prom season. Yeah, it's prom season coming up. Play those bangers. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. I'll do this again. We'll do another one. Something comes up. We'll definitely do one again. Have a great weekend. Bye.